If you are using the text Structural Analysis Skills for Practice by Jim Hanson, this video is meant for you. Starting with Chapter 3, almost all of the homework problems have guess and reflect components. That is because metacognitive activity is proven to promote deeper and more effective learning. For students, getting graded on the guess and reflect parts of the problem can be frustrating if you don't understand how they will be assessed. For instructors, grading the guess and reflect parts can be daunting without a rubric and guidance. Therefore, let me walk everyone through the process I use to assess, that is, grade, the guess and reflect components of the homework. For the process to be most effective, students need to be comfortable making a no-risk guess. Therefore, I give full credit for the guess part of any answer. To grade the reflection part, I use this rubric. Notice that students can achieve full credit regardless of whether their solution matched or did not match their initial guess. The goal is to encourage students to practice metacognitive reflection, so any attempt to explain receives at least half credit. To achieve maximum credit, the student needs to demonstrate an understanding of the fundamental principles that led to the observed behavior. We will use this rubric in a moment to grade several different student submissions, but first let's take a look at the actual behavior for this example problem. For uniform loading and these dimensions, the right end actually displaces up a bit. The cantilevered end is bending concave down, but the slope of the beam at the roller support points up enough that the right end still has a net upward displacement. Now let's take a look at some student reflections. This student guessed that the right end would displace down. Full credit for that part, and we'll use the do not match part of the rubric. The student's reflection is, I thought the loading on the cantilevered part would cause the right end to displace down. Thinking about why you make a certain prediction is part of metacognitive reflection. However, the goal of the reflection is to identify why our prediction did not match and to learn from the experience. This response tells us why the student made that prediction, but it doesn't show any understanding of why that prediction did not match the solution. Therefore, this student receives no credit. This student also predicted that the right end would displace down. Take a look at the reflection. The load on the cantilevered end should cause the far end to displace down. That is true. The student continues, attempting to explain the difference. What I did not consider was the effect of the load on the left side. The load on the left definitely plays a role, but the student has not shown any understanding of why it plays a role or in what way. Therefore, this reflection earns a marginal rating. Our third student predicted that the right end would displace down, and the student's reflection is that the load between the supports causes the right end to displace up. Unlike the previous student, this student identifies what the effect of the load between the supports will be. So this student has identified fundamental behavior that can be used to explain the difference between the guess and the observed behavior. However, this student has not explained the difference between their guess and the observation. What the student has written is part of a full explanation, but the student has not reconciled why they thought the end would go down and why that reason was not as significant as the load between the supports. Therefore, this student earns an adequate rating for their reflection. Here is our fourth prediction that the far end will displace down. This student writes, I recognize that the load on the cantilevered end tends to cause the right end to displace down. I know the load between the supports causes the right end to displace up. I thought the cantilever effect would be bigger, but the long span between the supports had the biggest impact. The student recognizes that the loading between the supports causes the far end to displace in the opposite direction of the loading on the cantilevered end. So this student has demonstrated an understanding of how the prediction could be different from the observed behavior. And the student has explained what led them to the prediction they made, even though it turned out incorrect. The thought process the student went through to arrive at this reflection statement is exactly what metacognitive reflection is about. Therefore, this student's reflection earns full credit. Now let's take a look at the reflection of a student who predicted that the right end would displace up, so the solution matches. The student's reflection is that the total force applied between the supports is bigger than the total force applied on the cantilevered end. This is absolutely true, but the student has not explained why a bigger force on the left side will cause the right end to displace up. Also, a bigger force between the supports does not ensure that the right end will displace up. If the roller had been just a few inches more to the left, the right end would have moved down. So, this response earns a marginal rating. If the student attempts to explain why their guess did or did not match but uses invalid logic, that also receives a marginal rating since it demonstrates faulty understanding. Our next student also guessed that the far right end would displace up. The student writes, "If I use superposition, the load on the cantilevered end causes the end to go down, and the load between the supports causes the end to go up. Cantilevers tend to displace a lot, but the span between the supports is much longer. Therefore, I anticipated that the long span would have the bigger effect." This student not only identified the principles that guided their guess, the student has explained how those principles resulted in the far end rising. This reflection earns full credit. Let's look at one more example. This time, you will be the one assessing the student's reflection. It is the same structure, but here we want to find the peak moment. To start, the students are asked to guess the location of the peak positive moment. The peak positive moment is to the left of midspan of the segment between the supports. The moment over the roller support and throughout the cantilevered end is negative. Now it's your turn. The student's guess did not match the solution. Read the student's reflection and assess the quality of the response using the rubric. Pause this video until you have finished making your choice, then hit play to see how I rated it. After reflecting on the actual behavior, this student is able to articulate why they should have expected the peak moment to be left of midspan. I gave this full credit. Here is another one. This student's guess matches the solution. Again, pause the video to read the student reflection and assess it using the rubric. Once you have made your assessment, continue playing the video to compare with my evaluation. Hit pause now. This student has provided a lengthy reflection, but that did not equate to an explanation of why the peak positive moment must be left of center between the pin and roller supports. The student recognizes that the negative moment over the roller support plays a role, but does not explain the role. Why does the negative moment cause the peak positive moment to shift left? The student doesn't explain. Therefore, this reflection is adequate. So if you are a student, I want you to know that metacognitive reflection really works. It helps you learn deeply enough to apply skills to new situations. That means exam questions are less likely to feel like something you've never seen before. Don't be afraid to guess at the beginning. You're not being judged on how good your guess was. It doesn't help you to wait to the end, then write down a guess that matches your solution. A quality write up does not have to be long. It is not about filling a page or expressing a bunch of facts hoping to impress the grader. The key is articulating why. Why should the solution be that way? For instructors, the metacognitive reflection part of the homework problems is very important. We want students who can apply what they have learned to the exams, and the guess reflect part of the homework helps that. Now that you've tried it a few times, I hope you will agree with me that grading the reflections is not difficult with the rubric. Thanks for taking a few minutes to learn how to create and assess quality guess and reflect submissions for structural analysis homework. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at this email address.